Warzone's new map, Vondel, comes out next week, and Call of Duty just dropped a lot of information on it, as well as information about new guns and literally everything that's coming out in Season 4, which we will be covering in this video. But this screenshot is our first look at the new map, and on Season 4 launch, it will only feature Resurgence and DMZ, which has a lot of people speculating that this is going to be a smaller Resurgence only type of map. But if you look at the tweet here, you'll see that it will feature Battle Royale, which is coming in season. So I'm wondering if this is going to be a situation where you can play Resurgence on the map, kind of like how you did in Caldera, but you only play on a small portion of the map, and then this map will end up being an actual full-scale Battle Royale map. But if that is the case, I hope they don't just completely get rid of Al Mazrah like they did with Verdansk. I think it'd be cool if they did something like Apex Legends, where every hour the map rotates, so you can play both maps and it gives you a lot of variety instead of just completely getting rid of a map. And I'd really hate to see them just completely abandon Al Mazrah so quickly. But we got another screenshot here of the new map looking just like New York City is right now, and in the description it says, due to Vondel's location, it's subject to certain inclement conditions that can allow the fog to roll into Vondel at different intensity levels, creating new gameplay opportunities. While a clear sky is the most likely, keep an eye on the weather forecast in game. So this kind of looks like the city area of Al Mazrah, where there was a big sandstorm, but instead of the sandstorm being there the whole time, it kind of sounds like this fog is going to roll in kind of as like an in-game event type of thing, which could be cool and could add an interesting dynamic to the map, but it could also be very annoying and cause a lot of visibility issues for obvious reasons. If there does happen to be any sort of ranked play on this map, I would hope that this fog isn't included in ranked play, but for normal public matches, I mean, this could be a cool, fun thing. We got another screenshot here inside of one of the buildings, and this caption says that favorite supply boxes are dropping in hot. They're rare containers that, when opened, unlock your favorite weaponry and deposit it for you to gather and utilize. So this kind of sounds like the supply boxes from Warzone 1, where you would open them up and your custom loadout was in there. And this was one of the best things they added to Warzone 1, in my opinion. And then we have a closer up view of the map here, and one thing I'm noticing is that it's not all just one color palette. It's not dull, dark, and dreary. It's not depressing to look at. It actually looks vibrant and pleasing to look at, which I know there's some mixed opinions on that. Some people want that dark, dull, and dreary look because it's more realistic, but the problem with that is your overall visibility in the game, usually when maps look like that, is terrible. So hopefully this will make the overall visibility in the game better. But they also state that a new public event is sweeping across Vondel. When it starts, several loadout sized crates will drop from the sky. Capturing them grants double XP and player XP for the duration of the match. And yes, that does stack if you already have double XP active. So hopefully in the future we do get something like plunder on this map, because when that event does happen, that would just make leveling your weapons so much quicker, which would be very, very helpful. And then we have another in-game event here that is called Buy Me Back. The new reinforcement flare field upgrade unlocked in the Assault of Vondel event helps you redeploy a random fallen teammate. So it'll be interesting to see how this works, because it is just an event. It might be something like a jailbreak, where instead of everyone coming back, you can just get a random teammate back. Have no idea how that's going to work, but it does sound interesting. And then we got 3 new weapons coming out in Season 4. We got this Temper Razorback AR here, and then we also have the ISO 45 SMG, which a lot of you probably do remember from Warzone 1. It did kind of suck in Warzone 1, so hopefully it's good in this game. And then we also do have a new melee weapon here, which looks like something you'd find at your local sex shop. And then we have 6 brand new maps coming to the game, but it's not as exciting as it sounds, because only 2 of them are actual maps, although we are getting a 3rd core map that is coming out in season. The rest are gunfight maps and then a battle map, but we are getting Showdown. And if you played COD 4, you know that Showdown is absolutely incredible. It was my favorite COD 4 map, so I'm excited about this. Even though I'm not a huge fan of multiplayer, I'm gonna have to try it just for nostalgia. And this screenshot here is from Showdown, and then we have a screenshot of Kunstinar District. I probably absolutely butchered that pronunciation. And then we have a gunfight map called Mercado. We have another gunfight map called Penthouse here, which actually looks very, very very cool. And unfortunately, there is no pictures included of the battle maps for whatever reason. And then we have some more just general news about Call of Duty here. They created a new Twitter account called Call of Duty Updates, which is going to be just their kind of one-stop stop for all news and updates about Call of Duty. So this is definitely going to be an important Twitter account to follow if you want to keep up to date on that kind of stuff. And then on that same account, they also announced that they're aware of recent reports regarding exploits on Black Ops Cold War that impact a small population of players across all platforms. Investigations with partners began last week and are ongoing. If you don't know what this is, I did make a TikTok about it the other day, but basically hackers on Black Ops Cold War are now able to grab your IP address in the game and just hit you offline. Now, this is an issue that has been going on for years on old Call of Duties, and it's just never been sorted out. But the fact that this is happening on one of the recent Call of Duties is just kind of mind-boggling to me, because if it's happening already on Black Ops Cold War, then it's only a matter of time before hackers are going to be able to start doing this in the most recent Call of Duty. And this is a security breach that needs to be fixed immediately. Like, this is just really bad. And something people did do to play older Call of Duty safely is they made clients like IW4X where you could go play on dedicated servers without the worry of hackers pulling your IP and hitting you offline. But Activision, for whatever reason, decided to send a cease and desist order to those people, and those clients are now completely shut down, and there is no way of playing older Call of Duty safely at the moment, except for the few that you can play on a client that is still going called Plutonium. I know you can play BO2 on there. I think MW3 and World at War is on there as well. But other than that, it's not safe to play older Call of Duties. If you want to go back and play MW2 on your Xbox 360 or something, it's at the risk of someone hitting your internet offline, which is absolutely ridiculous. So hopefully they actually do get this sorted out soon. It's great that they've acknowledged this happening in Black Ops Cold War, and hopefully it gets fixed for the people that still enjoy playing that game. But for the people who like to go back and play older Call of Duties for nostalgia, you have no way of doing it safely, and it's very frustrating. So the fact that they went and sent cease and desist orders to these people running these clients where you could play the older Call of Duty safely is just ridiculous. It's almost like they're trying to force you into playing the newest Call of Duty. And then we have some information here on Al Mazrah. The sandstorms have subsided, so they're just completely gone now. And then we have the weekly playlist update here. We finally got solos, duos, trios, and quads in Battle Royale finally, but for some reason they took solos out of Ashika Island. I don't know why we can't have solos in both Battle Royale and Ashika Island. It doesn't make sense to me. But a big thing to note is that the Champions Quest is now live for all players in all core Battle Royale squad sizes, which sounds like you can just hop into any normal Battle Royale game and pick up the Champions Quest to go for a nuke. You no longer need to get a 5-win streak in order to get that nuke, which is kind of a slap in the face to all the players who grinded that 5-win streak to get the nuke for the rewards. Now anyone can just go for it, and although the Champions Quest is hard to do, it's a lot easier to do without having to get the 5 wins in a row. So I know there's going to be people pretty upset about that, but what do you guys think about the new map, all the season 4 changes and everything? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Here's the web. Peace.